The story of Martin Luther King Jr. is the story of a fight for the soul of a nation. To understand the tragedy of April 4, 1968, we must first look back at the world he was determined to change. For generations, America was defined by the iron grip of segregation. Jim Crow laws were not just rules. They were a brutal system designed to humiliate and oppress black Americans, denying them basic human dignity. In this world, black citizens were forced to use separate, inferior facilities from water fountains to schools. They faced systemic disenfranchisement and lived under the constant threat of violence. But change was coming. In 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, a simple act of defiance sparked a revolution. When Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus, a young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr. was thrust into the leadership of the Montgomery bus boycott. For over a year, an entire community walked, organized, and endured, ultimately winning a landmark victory against segregation in public transportation. This was the birth of a movement, and King was its powerful, eloquent voice. The movement gained momentum, fueled by nonviolent protests, sit-ins, and marches. The struggle reached a crescendo on August 28, 1963, with the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Standing before the Lincoln Memorial, King delivered one of the most iconic speeches in history. His dream of a nation where his children would be judged not by the color of their skin but by the content of their character resonated across the globe. The I Have a Dream speech was a moral call to action, a vision of an integrated and beloved community. His voice and the tireless work of countless activists led to monumental legislative victories. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, effectively dismantling the legal framework of Jim Crow. The following year, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed, protecting the right to vote for all citizens, a right that had been systematically denied to black Americans for nearly a century. But the fight was far from over. In 1968, King turned his attention to economic injustice, what he called the Poor People's Campaign. This mission brought him to Memphis, Tennessee. He was there to support black sanitation workers who were on strike, protesting abysmal pay and dangerous working conditions after two of their colleagues were tragically killed by a malfunctioning truck. He saw their struggle as a symbol of the broader fight for economic equality. On the evening of April 3rd, he delivered his final prophetic speech, telling the crowd, "I've been to the mountaintop, I've seen the promised land." The very next day, on April 4th, 1968, as he stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. He was just 39 years old. The shot that rang out in Memphis silenced the voice of hope, but it could not extinguish the dream. His death sent shockwaves of grief and anger across the nation and the world. But his legacy endures in the ongoing struggle for justice, equality, and peace. He taught us that a single voice, armed with truth and love, can indeed change the world. Thank you for watching. If you found this story meaningful, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into history.